Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our last series of the day, Team Empire versus Gambit Esports. The two victors in our previous series here up against each other, and once again, it remains true. The loser is out, the winner will move on to the finals of this single elimination bracket. My name is Dragon Job, I'm joined by Mr. V. Welcome back.
Okay, I have stuffed my face with enough pasta to last me the series. I'm good to go. My tea is hot. Let's do this. Wyvern Enchantress ban out by Gambit. Beastmaster Chen out by Empire. I really don't think that the pick was super strong. But hey, that's just my opinion. Team Spirit just seemed to have a mid-game plan with the hero. They made use of it in the early game, but I don't feel like that hero is necessarily first man pick. But then again, maybe Empire just wants to have an easy laning phase of the game and ban out the Chen regardless.
Take out the Brewmaster here more often than not. These are the types of heroes that we still see, or still keep seeing familiar faces here in the first couple of bans. Let's leave the Sand King this time open for grabs. There's also the Bane, Night Stalker also starting to pull. Empire to maybe consider now.
Yeah, I think Sand King's a pretty strong opener just because it can fill that off lane and that forward position, but at the same time, you leave yourself open to both these heroes remaining in the pool, which both can counterplay Sand King pretty well. You have Earth Spirit Silence to get him out of his Sandstorm. Disruptor can just disrupt not Disruptor. Shadow Demon can disrupt God. Pasta is not the same as coffee. Gotta remember this. Can disrupt the person that Sand King goes on later in the game when he ultimates. So you'd have to be mindful of the counterplay involved here. So it's a strong opener. It's open to some counters, but by no means is Sand King a bad pick at this point.
But Shadow Demon Earth Spirit, we've seen that before as well from Team Empire in the earlier series, Babylon. I believe Vanscore. Just kept playing that in both the games that they played. So with that Shadow Poison build actually being quite effective, and of course the Earth Spirit on Empire. That's the reason that they keep picking it whenever they get the chance. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, the talents on Shadow Demon actually get pretty insane later on in the game, with like 1.5 second cooldown on Shadow Poison and potentially like 7 seconds on Disruption at level 25. Again, it's very uncommon for pro games to reach that point in the game, but Shadow Demon offers a lot in that late game, especially if you're able to farm up Aghanims or other items. So it's just kind of something to keep in the back of your mind that, hey, Team Empire may actually have some like late game capacity with the support.
Yeah. Also a good counterplay to just have that ability available, just to have that purge, the demonic purge. Especially considering how just the Diffusal Blade as the one cheap go-to item to have that dispel available is not really providing that utility anymore. So having a hero that can do that just helps you against potential heroes like Pagna or Necrophos.
We haven't seen a lot of those heroes, especially from the CIS region, in my experience, but this is an interesting pickup. Legion and Shadow Demon on the same team. I guess you can protect the Legion if like you think Legion's going to lose the duel with like Sand King and AA Blast coming in, but just kind of a nice, strong independent laner that does okay versus AA because you run away once you overwhelming odds the creep wave.
You also have that Soul Catcher obviously available to just make sure the Legion Commander has an easier time finishing off targets inside the duel.
And you also have good control from the Earth Spirit as well. So
the pack coming through now from Gambit. So with that, I almost wonder if they want to go back for something like a Life Stealer. Pack as a carrier, Sand King also kind of offering himself up.
Yeah, they have those two good vehicles. I see this being a good addition to the Sand King AA. Sand King can kind of initially like go in at the fight, maybe stun 2 heroes. Puck falls up with Dream Coil, and that provides AA with the time to get a good Ice Blast in. And then from there, fights are fairly easy to execute once you've got 2 people that have tanked puck nukes, Sand King nukes, and are now being AA blasted. They're just out of the fight. So it's kind of a nice, like, good team fight approach to the game, but how they want to approach their core lineups now remains to be seen, and they're forced to now pick back-to-back as well. So
Team Empire's turn to
well, sniper instead. So with the Razor pickup, you don't necessarily want to commit for a melee core that can just get his damage zapped anyway. So the sniper will work. He could still be an offlane puck and 4-position tanking, so they can rotate things around a little bit. With this Monkey King, that doesn't necessarily make things clearer, honestly.
yeah, I would assume safe lane Monkey, mid sniper, off lane puck, safe lane support AA, roaming Sand King.
Yeah, it's probably the way that they're gonna end up.
10 seconds.
Cat is no stranger to the offlane puck.
It could also be
5 seconds.
mid puck, safe lane cipher, sniper, off lane Sand King, roaming Monkey King with safe lane AA. But I think my first configuration may be more likely, especially with this Razor pickup. I think Razor will look at the lineups and go, okay, unless I go in the off lane, I'm going to be facing up against either sniper in mid, puck in mid, or puck in the off lane, right? Like, you could put a mid and maybe hope Sand King goes to that off lane position. But that's pretty unlikely, in my opinion. And would you even want Razor in your safe lane? He does so well with the lulls. He's pretty, like, static. Like, he's not going to win. He's not going to lose super hard unless there's some really good rotations.
But I don't think it matters too much, because if you leave him in the safe lane, that does free up the Shadow Demon and the Earthbird to roam out together, or perhaps even set up for kills in that lane, right? You have that Shadow Demon Razor synergy with the static link and into the disruption. They can start stepping more and more damage.
I'm just looking at the cores here.
So I think that's gonna be just a straight up safe lane Razor, and you pick up another hero for the mid here.
PA is in the pool. Natural BKB carrier, good burst.
Vector, okay, I was wrong.
Yeah. I was pretty sure Razor was going to go mid because they need a vehicle to get on top of Sniper, and that's why I was thinking PA. And technically, if you watch Slax's Lorgasms, PA and Spectre are potentially the same person.
Ah, no, please. Don't even start. I can't handle that right now.
Hey, they both have daggers. They both have abilities that allow you to get on top of each other. Blink for PA and Spectre's Haunt. Dispersion is like the evasion, and Desolate is like the crit.
I have two letters for you. The first one is an N. The second one is an O. Make with that what you will. Hint, it's not on.
I was thinking you might do like nice objections or nice thoughts, but I couldn't find up with the good O word. So anyways, Dota 2 underway. Legion Commander sprinting to this off lane with the boots.
Prepare for battle.
Should be a fun lane to watch.
Alright, let me adjust the overlay.
Sounds good.
Have Empire on the left side.
That is correct. They are Radiant.
Have Gambit on the other side. Also, shout out to Empire, because I believe most of their guys have actually changed their names. Yeah, we got Miposhka on the Earthbird. FN, he's the only one who only has his team name, but pretty easy to figure it out. He's on the Razor, Ghost Stick on the Legion Commander, and down bottom Van Score on the Shadow Demon Silent, playing the Spectre. So shout out to them for changing that on request, making life a little bit easier, because again, we do not have a ticket. Unfortunate. Gambit, they're all here, but they have not the right names.
What a stupid thing. Hey, what's Sand King's name?
I know exactly what it is. That's the other thing, right? You have stupid names like that, and it's just a grazing ground for you to just make dad jokes off of.
Do you think they might choke because they don't have their professional names here.
God damn it.
The battle begins.
Well,
Come on, have a heart.
no. Not that far gone just yet. I gotta rein you in a little bit, but Mipushka actually walked up inside the Roche pit here just as the horn blows. Let's get the ward off. Unscouted, so that worked out. If you can do anything else with that though.
AA walks into the Roche pit to scout him out. Wow.
Interesting how these dynamics evolve, but for now, FN doesn't even have boots first, but still able to stop a lot of the damage from the sniper. Stability makes his way across, gets a burst strike off. A lot of damage actually done to the Razor. FN will be the first blood here. Chilling touch. What a hell of a drug.
Yeah, that was really just well played by them. Good patience. Roaming Sand King kind of showing its worth. Puck is going to be fine this off lane with the orb to get away from these additional poison strike. As long as he doesn't get hit by this one, he'll be okay. Okay, good. But Legion Commander's just kind of been cutting the wave awkwardly. Ghostic misses a CS, but this is a good way to play versus Monkey King when you're a melee core. Just don't fight him.
One way to do it.
Legion's actually one of the few heroes that can kind of do okay versus Monkey King, because you can remove the Jingo stacks from yourself, but I don't think it prevents Monkey King from really feeling threatened in the lane.
That's how it works. Moved it, yeah. Buff on you instead of a buff on the Monkey King, unless he's fully charged it up.
Yeah. So like, if Monkey King were to alternate between hitting two people, and like he got them both to 3 stack or 2 stacks, and then hit someone once and then the other one once, he wouldn't get to 4 stacks. He has to actually physically get them 4 stacks.
Alright. Joker roaming around here. Stupidity actually quite low with 2 stacks of poison on him, but it's follow-up stun, the roll. The orb is actually on cooldown. Joker will fall here. Eventually. There it is. Salve actually being cancelled, he's still alive. Never mind then.
Well played.
That was very costly indeed, but hey. Whatever works.
Give Silent time to free farm, get these denies. That's experience the Puck isn't getting.
Yeah, it's almost more time than if you just died, respawn, and take it back. Still has to heal up even now. Funny how that works out sometimes in Dota, but yeah. So far so good, they're keeping up with each other. So interesting to see these free farm lanes on both sides time and time again in these games.
Yeah. I had actually thought that we'd see less free farming lanes, but I guess I was wrong. So we have another link mid. It's 28 damage disparity now between these two heroes. Or 56 if you like to do math.
I don't like to do math at all. Not on stream anyway. Even off stream, kind of. I don't think I've done some serious maths in school.
Congratulations on your achievement.
Yeah.
Alright.
Rumors were true. Everyone kept saying, oh, you don't actually need that math, and they were right. Don't need to be able to integrate and make drafts and stuff like that.
Bottom lane.
Bottom lane, Spectre. Gonna get going on, but long as the Shadow Demon is there to disrupt with a disruption, we'll be all good.
Roll on Sand King as well. Sanks the bounty. That seems to be the end of that fight. Legion, sad that she can't buy Iron Talon, but surviving nonetheless.
So who is this favoring this very slow beginning to the game?
So there are 2 phases of favoring. I think overall, Sniper's a bigger threat than Razor in the later mid game. But you do not want the Spectre getting off the ground if you're on the side. Ghostic.
Bushka with it in soon, scouting out the smoke rotation, still going forward. FN, they won't go on him. He's just running straight into the burst strike. The sharpness comes out as well. He's starting to drop low and low. The cold feet will actually proc here. The push up to the high ground. Miposhka trying to keep his friend alive, but it is going to be enough. No assassination or anything channeled up. Now the turn on, but of extra damage from the a plasma field. The Ghost Stick, cold feet again will proc. They don't quite get enough damage on the sniper. He's stealthing up inside Roche Pit. They lose 2 heroes after all. Empire, they make that conscious decision. Hey, let's go, let's fight this. We know they're coming. They still lose 2 heroes.
That's terrible for Empire to rotate your Legion away from her lane, denying her XP an opportunity to farm, and she dies in a 3v3. Not good.
Like, right back to the jungle, and there it is, the wraparound again. They didn't quite get the Razor last time. Maybe this time, if he once again overextends to the river. Item means that you don't actually have vision here onto them, and now that is Burst Strike will connect. Another shrapnel available. A couple of right clicks. Miposhka's there, but he actually pushes Razor down to the low ground. That's not really going to work out well at all.
Kind of a cute play, didn't work out.
Yeah. Gambit on fire up against Spirit. A lot of people would probably say that Spirit is favored in that matchup, but Gambit pulled it out in a 2-1 victory, and off to a good start against Empire too, who are another CIS powerhouse in their own right.
Yeah, some people that may even say they're a terrible team for not knowing how to go high ground.
Oh no.
Hashtag shot at chat.
Oh my god. I don't know if that guy is even still here.
I hope not.
Okay.
No, roll mid, off the mark, kick, off the mark, assassinate, not off the mark.
Pretty much impossible to miss, really.
There's a few cute plays you can make with like smoke or Yules, but silence
it's
here.
not missing though, it's like blocking or dodging. Island. Still gonna get these extra losses. Stupidity gets it. Thanking. The Burst Strike saving them. No extra farm for Spectre. And struggling a little bit. Third last to the 52 of the Monkey King. I mean,
Yeah.
he's also farming some jungle camps on the side, so maybe that's inflating it a little bit, but still.
His lane's been really free as he goes on Ghost Stick here. He's got the hit.
A lot of damage. Don't want to commit here. What a silly hero the Monkey King is.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, honestly. He misses Primal Spring onto the neutral creeps, which we didn't see anything.
Rotation, they get the silence, that's stone available, the stun. Push guy sitting in for this kill on stupidity. They also get that extra illusion for another couple of seconds. That they can really do anything with that, but hey. Cute little new thing from the Shadow Demon if you kill someone on the Soul Catcher.
This'll come in handy.
That's the first kill actually, only 8 minutes into the game.
Invisibility.
The score to me says 1-4.
Yeah, the first kill for Empire.
Okay, yeah. They're the 4 Empire thought. I'm just like, do teams for or do the kills not count if they're not Empire skills? Yeah, you're right. I was thinking like
it's not rocket science, dude. Come on. It's pretty clear what I meant.
Okay. Debatable.
Ugh.
Debatable, my friend. All right, Spectre, Haunt. Do you think she's gonna look to set things up here in the top lane? I think that's the most likely case.
2 years Dane, Schnapper is showing himself. Monkey King a little bit timid. They do have a ward, so they did see rotation coming through in the first place. I think Spectre will get a chance to even attempt that.
Silent knows something's up as well. If Monkey King avoids that gank top, and he was anticipating that they were going to, he knows that he's just probably going to play safe, and they're going to bring help bottom. So he scouts out the Sand King and the puck, but this puck getting free reign, which is not ideal if you're on Empire to just have a puck free farming in the offlane.
Yeah. Treasure Cat getting to the point where you only are level 6, you want Needs a couple more here to make sure you have your max nuking potential from the orb as well as the waning rift. And he's getting in space now, and overall, I mean, Silent sure he's farming as well, but he's 1,000 gold away from the Monkey King at this point, and that's a hero that can have a very hard time having a similar kind of impact.
Yeah, I think Silent may not have opportunity to go like a Radiance Rush this game. It may be something like an early Blade Mail, or right now he's got the Manta queued up, but if you think that you can just free farm a Radiance and not get punished, that's not gonna fly this game.
Yeah.
Sniper's also kind of caught up to this Razor, and he's working towards that Maelstrom, which will also accelerate his farm as well. He's only, 5 CS behind the Razor. Maybe he's farming a few more jungle crafts than need be, but
He's high in net worth actually, just slightly. Razor's taking his own jungle camps and mid creeps and whatnot. But whatever happened in mid is kind of doesn't really matter at this point.
no, they got those 2 kills, which I think mattered a little bit in terms of setting the pacing for the game. But apart from that, yeah, there's not a whole lot that really matters whether you missed, 2 last hits that last wave or not. They're fairly even. Played it fairly well as Razor, using his ultimate to farm the jungle creeps. More players need to do this in pubs, recognizing that, hey, I'm not going to use this ultimate to accomplish anything, so why don't I just use it to farm?
Dire are scanning.
Oh.
Radiant's top tower
And a little bit more efficient. But now another smoke rotation. This time they're bringing the puck with them.
is under attack.
There's that extra point up until the illusory orb. You also have the ancient apparition ice blast available, so that in itself could be enough burst damage if you can connect that even on someone like a Razor, but they're going the wrong direction.
Yeah,
Why though? I mean, they
which
do a vision of him now. He walks back into that ops range.
I think
Just
they
waiting
want
for him to come back
Sniper
mid.
be there.
Yeah, there it is. Alright, they're forced to pull the trigger now. They snap the call, a couple more Vikings will do the trick. Sniper is sitting on the side, but the instant reaction there from the Spectre, the rest of Empire is down to take a fight, and it is Gambit who just lose 3 heroes straight out of the gate. How'd that even work?
They were hoping to get the kill onto the Razor with the Sniper ulti to finish him off, but Disruptor, but Shadow Demon, goddammit, used Disruption on the Razor, and prevented that from occurring. He actually also tried to salve the Razor after the Ice Blast had worn off, but Razor walked back into the shrapnel, and so he's forced to now go back to base instead of farming. But Ghost Stick also getting really close to this Blink Dagger. It's only a few last hits away, so he's probably just going to play it safe in the jungle. Go run back to base, get some mana, grab smoke, and look for a kill. Probably on the Sniper is what I would assume.
So Spectre with that bit of a kill participation as well, 2 assists on Silent. He does have the Yasha. Is this the normal way to build a Spectre now? Just Phase, Aquila, Yasha, just skipping Vanguard, skipping Radiance Rush?
It depends on what your laning situation is. The Spectre isn't super pressured by an offlane puck. Yes, Puck has a lot of burst, but the Spectre isn't like threatened because Puck is rather a squishy hero. So if Puck ever tries to go on the Spectre, just one support backing Spectre up usually means the death of Puck if she's committing for trying to get the kill. And here's the smoke with Legion Commander.
Smoke and smoke actually here, and well, running into each other. But Gambit have brought a couple more heroes here than Empire did for the time being. Indeed, even Legion Commander as well. Should have scouted out the Blink Dagger, but you don't necessarily see more than these 2 heroes until just now. They pull the trigger themselves. Ice Blast hits onto Legion. A very easy kill as well, especially since they also drop the Wukong's command and on top of the
I
Ice
bet
Blast.
Razor's regretting his TP mid. He's like, oh, I could be farming top.
Yeah.
Legion's just dead. There's no fight here. Do they haunt up? No, haunt's not up for 40. Oh, that's
Cool
long
down level
cooldown.
1. Yeah. Feels Batman right there.
Razor
Not sure about this one. Epicenter being channeled up. Stability still doing a lot of damage with Porsche coming through. Extra bit of burst. They will get the kill, but what cost? They lose 2 heroes. Silent coming through. Just, even without the horn, getting some extra couple of right clicks in, but he cannot continue this fight on his own. Epicenter
Legion
at this
is
point
here, but they scatter out.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's top
Still
tower
has yet to find a
under
blink
attack.
duel on somebody. And with the horn coming back off cooldown, maybe have that extra bit of damage to work with, but for now he's being silenced up. A little bit of help from Van's score. Going out to disruption, setting up for the blink. No damage over time, anything to prevent it. That'll be that attempt also kind of wasted.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yep. Monkey King, meanwhile, splitting top.
Are
Yes, the
fortified.
Battle Fury, so this is going to accelerate his farm quite a bit. It also gives him a lot more potential to clear out illusions during his ultimate, which is going to counter the Shadow Demon and the Haunt illusions of the Spectre, or Manta illusions, which he is working towards.
Yep. Every single time they dodge one of these gangs from Ghostic, was just keeps trying to connect with the duel. That's more time that they can just farm up the lanes, be more efficient around the map. They're already sitting at a 3k gold advantage. Just off of farming efficiency, really. No towers gone down just yet on either side.
Dire's
FN is going to try to change it up top. He has the catapult to work with. Doesn't look like there's any rotation in that particular direction. Instead, they're going for bottom, making the classic trade, also putting a pressure on Silent, who realizes it. TP's out himself. He will not be caught out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Monkey King just running down through that ward. Good vision. Spectre avoids the gank, and now they can set up to maybe try to find a kill elsewhere on the map with the Haunt. They probably forfeit this tower, but they don't really care. They're pressuring top. They get the trade. And Legion still hunting with this Blink Dagger. You really want to connect early on with this Blink Dagger on Legion. Get that damage rolling.
Dire's top tower
Oh.
is under attack.
Can you duel Curious, by the way?
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't believe so, because they are not a hero unit.
Target on that. Enemy heroes. Oh. No, you can roar Curious and stuff like that. So. Would be very interesting. But there it is, they're blinking in, but the Burst Strike comes out, preventing that instant duel. Still looking for it, but he just dies before he can get it off. Now, Salve looks safe from the assassinate, but only just is living on literally 3 health points. Now Vensko coming in from the side, disruption, plus this Purge here will make sure to grab another kill. Sniper, next on the list, triple kill for Silent of all people. That's the one that you want to give it to.
Or the one person you don't want to give it to. You're looking at
If
it
you
the other
Gambit,
way.
yeah. It's
Yeah. But yeah, Empire very happy with that fight. Spectre is going to have Manta soon, which really moves the capacity of the puck to silence, which means Spectre may be able to get off another Spectral Dagger and get out of the fight and kind of juke out. So really well played there by Empire, kind of forcing that fight when they knew they can. I think they saw the Monkey King TP bottom with their Observer Ward, which is now expired, and so they know that they can force the fight, and the Monkey King would either have to run all the way from bottom up top, or just trade the damage on the tier 2 bottom in exchange for a good fight.
So with that alone, Empire, they not just drag back that gold graph to something that's a lot closer to the 0 line than it was before, they also give that Spectre that Manta starts to work with, so even more fighting power for Silent, and he has the Radiance queued up now, so once he gets that finished, not only do you do a lot more damage, you also start to farm extremely fast on this hero.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm really sad about?
What?
With Iron Talon, I used to have it calculated whether it was more effective to hit certain creeps with Spectre to get your Desolate procs
I
over
thought they're
others.
gonna go in FN, yeah, Monkey King Ultimate being thrown out, but he's running out of it.
Don't
Disruption inside just to keep the puck away. That's Monkey King, that's not actually a courier, so they'll just leave again.
Don't worry, they're not killing them bottom. Don't worry about that. But I spent time calculating, like, I would go to each jungle camp and figure out if it was faster to Iron Talon the big creep and kill it first, or get the Desolate procs.
yeah.
But now I have to figure it all out again.
Oh no. Well, you're the one who told me once, hey, it's just kill the small creeps first.
Yep. It was almost always the case. There's a few cases where it's not the case. Like right now with the Wildling Ripper, you would think it would be better to kill the smaller creeps first, but with Iron Talon, it's actually more of better to, depending on your level.
God, depending on level 2. You have like spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Oh god, the Spectre ultimate comes out, he sees Illusion right next to him, so silent. Actually being called by Monkey King, but with a Mana Style he's almost able to straight up fight him
Is
instead.
going to kill the
just-
Spectre?
I guess. Did he go on Happy New Year and died?
Yeah. He went on the A and A just
Oh, no.
blasted him and he was too low from Monkey King. Meanwhile mid,
But Sniper died doing all that, now they're gonna go for more. Sand King just being bursted down with a Soul Catch on top of him. Now, Joker coming in to try and maybe see if he can snipe somebody, but Napushka being held out by some extra heals from the lead commander. That's found one duel. I assume that wasn't a sniper just a moment ago.
God, that
still
boundless
lose
strike coming.
the Earth Spirit. Yeah, that's some crazy damage.
Dire's middle tower.
Also cleave off
it's
of that,
balanced. Trust me, it's very balanced, this Monkey King.
right? Sure.
A prize.
Sure.
He's added in captain's mode. He must be balanced, right? That must be the case.
The stupid hero. How can you be a melee hero with this kind of attack range? And if he has it, why does the Earth Spirit not have the same? His staff is just as long. Doesn't make sense.
Hiding as a tree. I like the strategy, Monkey. Not that I approve of your hero in my captain's mode games, but I like the strategy. Alright, Haunt's not up for another minute. Spectre seems to want to commit to going for the Radiance. It's pretty
Big
strong.
on Sand King. Gonna show it off now. Don't even need the epicenter. Poor Earth Spirit. Gonna get killed. FN. Trying to make a trade out of it. The Ice Blast will miss. Epicenter now being channeled up from the Sand King here, but he's actually stuck in the side. Some damage over time, and well, there's a duel. That's gonna be a secondary victory.
Is under attack.
That's 24. Getting on track again with that, at least.
Yeah, I think Legion's making the right call and going for the medallion over the blade mail, because if Razor's going to be sucking damage from the person in the duel, that blade mail is not going to be doing a lot. So you might as well be amplifying the physical damage of your Razor core as a Legion.
Yep.
It's kind of more a team fight approach to the duels rather than a solo pick-off style.
Yep.
But I think Ghostic is really looking to play with his team here, especially with things like Spectral Haunt and such.
Oh yeah. Also much more reliable to kill the Monkey King with the rest of your team. Just stacking up on top of your duel if you manage to catch him out. Because
Exactly.
you know that's gonna have to be eventually the main target of these duels. Just control up the Monkey King, before can get any spells up, before can boundless striking and healing up in Jingo Mastery and what have you. Right now, they did scan him out. They sound coming through there. After depth detection, they do indeed. The sentry is down. Gets the ultimate off, but, well, doesn't actually give him too much tankiness at this point. Not enough to survive against 3 heroes. Back to what I was talking about, right? You want to find these dual victories. Slow down the Monkey King.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
That
attack.
desolate damage is legit though with the Mantis style.
He did 2k damage in a blink of an eye, really. I
Yeah.
guess a lot of that is also on the other heroes, I guess. Not just on the Monkey King.
Sniper is such a good Roche disruptor.
Oh, that
He can go
was...
down.
Well, Ghost Stick there. Now Vensko might be next on the list being slowed down. Shrapnel as well. Meanwhile, in the back, FN actually chasing them away. Away from this
BKB
Roche
blocked.
pit. Enscon style not exactly in fighting shape right now, so he also has to retreat. Can't quite try and up top. It's back in 20 seconds though. Want to use that? They could maybe even go back to Roche pit without the haunt though. You're missing a big part of your utility. Your damage output.
Spectre's so close to the relic that she may not want to fight right away.
Yeah,
just
that too.
finish the relic first and then look to fight. Because then if you die, sure you don't have Radiance yet, but hey, you've got the major component, and farming up the remaining recipe is only going to take another like 3-4 minutes.
Well, Taking it slow. Still slightly behind in terms of net worth, but they have the momentum going. The Monkey King sitting on top, but he hasn't really been able to connect with too many of these Shadowblade ganks that he's been looking for, has he?
No, I'm not sure if he's using the Shadowblade as like an aggressive fighting item though. He seems to be using more as like a scouting tool to aggressively find locations to farm.
Dire are scanning.
Like sure you'd want to use it to set up kills with the Sand King. At this point, Sniper is wanting to kind of take the safe farm, so Monkey King is just looking more as using it as a tool to find aggressive farm on the map rather than setting up kills.
Yep. The Sniper, he does have that Maelstrom that you were talking about earlier. He also has, I believe, the Hurricane Pike coming in, and there it is. So he's getting a good amount of farm himself. But the thing is, eventually, you're always gonna have the Spectre with the ability to jump right on top of him, unless he goes for something like a Shadowblade himself. But right now, he doesn't have that queued up. Instead, it's the BKB, which will also help to some extent, right?
Mm-hmm. For the Sniper matchup, though, you have to recall that there's a Razor on the other team, and if you think about late game, who would you rather have, Sniper or Razor? Almost universally, I would say I would have Sniper over Razor, right?
Yeah.
But with Monkey King in the field and Legion in the field, you have to also think about, well, are those sufficient to deal with the Spectral Haunt and the power Spectre is going to bring in this fight, as we may have a fight brooding here in this mid lane.
Already used it from the Razor, and Monkey King is scouting. Thinking about popping out that ultimate. And there it is. We've seen this before, but this time, oh, disruption just on the mighty, dodging the Burrow Strike. Ice Blast still coming through, but they're just going to run out of range. They're all still very much alive and kicking, thanks to some nukes of their own.
Haunt with Radiance.
Joker actually coming back in here. That's a bit of a wraparound, but Silent coming into the back, looking for stupidity, haunting around the deuce to this version. Now, Snipers already down for the count. Another dual victory on the Sand King. They still lost two of their heroes, but I think they're going to be happy with that. They do kind of keep track of the Monkey King. He's still super mobile and fast with the tree dance, jumping up another one. Also have another Shadowblade available in a couple of seconds as well. They do see him up on the high ground here now, force him to jump back, and they do track him down eventually. Silent with the Radiance. Doesn't even have to throw out a right click to get that last kill.
His Radiance, he bought it with like no gold to spare for hunting into that fight. I think he even like sold like an additional TP or something to just get it off.
A huge difference at that fight. Everyone was clumped up. Radiance burn, all the illusion damage is cleaning house from the backlines with not so much a dispersion, but not so much a desolate, but it's power in general.
Yeah, the burn is really strong. It's gotten a little bit of a buff up to 65 damage, but the main thing you're looking at here is that the miss chance is actually really significant for Sniper and Monkey King, who don't have their BKB.
Double damage.
Like 17%, 1 out of every 5, a little bit less than that. Like, you know, that's also potentially missing like the cleave damage of Monkey King as well. Or I guess with Echo Saber, it's kind of nice that if you don't hit, I think you still get that next Echo attack. But I think a few things like that need to be fixed in game. That's just my opinion.
Well, swing and a miss. Little swing. Now Empire is starting to really show that its power they've been building towards this entire game. Even Legion Commander, despite that extra death goals, still got another duel off. So plus 52, respectable amounts of extra damage to work with.
Silence has completed. They may be looking for a fight here.
We can find a snipe up on the high ground. Go 6, smoke will break. They see Happy New Year and they're gonna go on a sniper. Good target priority here. They get the big one. Silent, actually haunting in. They get the second kill as well that Porshko was also setting up for.
They got their main course and then they got the AA dessert. A nice little cool little cake.
They'll get the tier 2. Bottom lane though is being pressured by the Monkey King at the same time, so gonna have to respond to this. TP out already coming through from the Razors. It is FN. And that's one of the heroes where this Monkey King ultimate is not really all that effective against, because he's just running out of it regardless. I can say, well, no, they've never been able to commit, so he's enough. Just get them out. Meanwhile, Ekasani being channeled up top. A burst strike onto the Spectre, doing a bit of damage in return, but down. Well, there's a disruption actually. Pilty is the one dropping lower than Silent ever will be in this fight. He snaps the call. Inside the Monkey King ultimate though, and then starting to stack up, but he's still managing to make his way out. More stuns, more control coming out. The Magnetize even into a duel. They get another kill, another 2 kills. Buyback from Stability, but it's almost too late. Happy New Year. Well, he'll also take his... It's going from bad to worse. All of a sudden Empire say, hey, you gave us an inch, but we're gonna take a mile. We're gonna take your T3 tower, no matter how many buybacks you try to throw out at us. Gambit, kind of scrambling. Maybe panicking
there,
a little
I thought
bit.
you were making some sick rhymes.
No, not that good, dude. Not a rap god. Never will be. Silent, he has the heart queued up now. He's halfway there. And this is the point where it's me as a Spectre player as well. Feels really good.
It feels great to be in this position. You're like, okay, we're in a game-winning position again. We have the haunt up in another 6 seconds. We forced at least 1 buyback. I think the buyback was on the... Yeah, the puck and
was a buyback on
sinking
puck
back.
and a sinking. Yeah. And they're gonna get another Aegis. Or the first Aegis in this particular game at very least. Asper's coming through, Ghost Stick, actually has to be careful not to tank too much more here.
I think Silent's okay though. He's got the Reaver up, so...
Yeah.
Cypher can throw the Shrapnel down, which is...
Burst strike, but being dodged. Stupidity is actually all alone in the pit. He's been baited. Silent. It's burning him down inside that sandstorm. He will fall. And that's another one down. Roshan still alive. Joker wants to try and snipe it here, but Aegis will still be snagged by the Empire lineup here. FN also gets the last hit, so no harm, no foul. Now the Spectre comes through with the horns, focusing on the sniper. Trying to get close enough to him here. Pops the BKB. The roll still connects. A couple of bottle blocks are there. Still plenty of damage. They're following him to the ends of the earth. He's not fast enough to run away from this one. And he doesn't have buyback either. Viposhka, follow-up stun there onto the Monkey King. This is so big, and this is actually GG. 70 seconds on the sidelines for this other big damage dealer. Might not be GG because they cannot get Mega Crease, but they can get at least 2 sets of X here.
Sanking will be up with Epicenter, but I don't think you look to take that fight with just Puck. Puck's impact, I feel, has been a little bit lackluster. Done a good job pushing out waves, but they really need to be more coordinated and getting these team side trolling right from the get-go. 2 lanes to Rax, hard to come back from. Non-possible with the high ground sniper, but at this point with Spectre, she's so fat. She's probably got her heart here now.
Oh,
yeah.
More than enough money for that. DKB goes to wants to find a duel with Stability, just dodging it out. It's just a matter of time until they just take care of top. Joker or Cheshire Cat. Pushing that one out a little bit. Bottom lane's also very far on the radiant side of the map, but yeah, they only have this bottom lane to barrel down now. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Gonna have another haunt up by the time they get there, and it'll all be handy dandy. How do you stop this now with your Gambit?
Maybe you ban Spectre next game.
But
in this game,
not really stopping it now, is it?
No, it wouldn't really stop it now. You do have Monkey King to push out lanes, and Sniper is fairly good with Maelstrom, so like not all hope is lost. But the question is whether or not you can deal with a Spectre with a heart on top of you and not die to the dispersion damage. Right? If Spectre really wanted to end this game, she could just go like Blade Mail and remove the wand after getting heart. But she seems to maybe want to go for like a butterfly route.
He has the talisman queued up right now. value for the time being, but yeah, he also has Tura skewed up at the moment.
Dire's
But
bottom tower
showing himself, epicenter, they have everyone at the ready sitting on the side, so this is the Hail Mary play. Ice Blast will connect on the Spectre. Silent will end up falling to that here. Does have the buyback account available, but the rest of the team's also falling apart from FN, who's just forcing on the BKB and Sniper, running him down in the back. Burst Strike will connect as his own BKB ends, but now the duel here onto the Monkey King. Ghost Stick might actually lose this one, yeah! Gets another kill, that's Aegis down. You only got the Ancient Apparition. And they're gonna claim full 5 on wipe, never mind. Silent finally decides to come back in. Haunt 1, Sniper next on the list here. Another reality in, and he can actually 1v5 at this point when everyone's so freaking low. Stupidity. Looks like he might be able to play his way out of this one.
I was really surprised Silent didn't hunt back in for the duel, because
Yeah.
structures are fortified.
guaranteed the dual
miscommunication,
kill for
perhaps.
Legion. Legion stays alive,
Is under attack.
and maybe even Razor stays alive there. It was just a very late hunt in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not always easy to make that call in the moment because, like, yeah, maybe you can win a team fight, maybe you can turn things around. At the same time, maybe you don't get enough out of it, then your buybacks can cool down. If you lose your life later, you're not gonna be able to come back. Maybe there's an opportunity for the other team to just take a win off of that. There's many factors that go into a decision like that to buy back at this point in the game.
Yeah, I agree. But with 2 tier 2 towers up, I don't feel like you're sufficiently worried, even if you do die back.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just my opinion. Sometimes you have to just have that instinctual reaction of that, like, that kill nature, that, oh, we can get these kills. We have that killer instinct, and that can win you games. And I think that Silent's kind of indecision didn't, like, I don't think they're anywhere close to losing this game, but I feel like he missed an opportunity to close out the game.
Also change from Butterfly to BKB now, so maybe he's a little bit worried about this kind of burst down happening again right now.
Yeah, that would make sense after the last one. He did opt to go for the Haunt Illusion damage, which usually is associated with the Butterfly.
You see the puck on the high ground, Ghost comes in, it doesn't get the blink out. The duel still comes through. The Lincoln Spear was popped. Now the epicenter in the back. Only on illusions though. Doesn't really do anything. Silent only now haunts in. And it's an absolute disaster. At the same time, Monkey King doing his part. They claim Ghostic as well as Miposhka. Vanskor might be next on the list. He throws on a few spells. Actually gonna get that kill. How did that even happen?
They're all dead. GG.
They're all dead, yeah.
Game
GG is
over.
called. Empire, this Farm Spectre. Sometimes it makes for some really satisfying wins, and this is definitely one of them.
When you're playing the Spectre, yeah, it's kind of hard to follow in like a fight. Like, what do you do? Like, hero chase the Spectre, and she just hots all over the place, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, really well played by them. They had good patience. I felt a little bit lackluster in the Razor pick, but it actually worked out quite well for them in keeping attention away from the Spectre. Spectre had a free lane. She translated it well into a fairly good farm, got some good pickoffs. I also think the Legion Commander had a better game as well. So even though I feel like Empire's playing very well, there's definitely room for growth within this team. Yeah.
Well, only game number 1 of this best of 3 series, and we said before that also means that Gambit Esports is 1 loss away from actually dropping out of these MDL CIS qualifiers. At the same time, they've already been in this situation against Spirit in the earlier series today, so maybe they can turn things around once more. We'll find out soon in game number 2. Don't go too far away.